In a world of horror, countless hours of cinema, what is truly terrifying? What will keep the kids up at night? What scene can never be unseen? Join us as we watch everything horror and discover the 13 degrees of screams.
Welcome to 13 Degrees of Screams.
We're your hosts, Stephanie.
And Alex.
And this week we kidnap a vampire ballerina in Abigail.
Stephanie.
Yeah.
I know you didn't see this before the podcast because this was another one that we watched together.
Together.
Yay.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I had a fun time watching it. I'll say that. But I think the trailer gave too much of it away to feel like I never saw it before, you know?
Yeah, it gave away everything.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really leave anything to the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard because I don't want to hold that against the movie, but I knew everything going into it.
Right.
I was like, why
even like the twist, really, which wasn't much of a twist. I was like, yeah, she's a vampire. Of course she'd do this.
Right. Like, they could have done it to where they didn't say specifically what she was. They didn't even have to say that she was a monster. Okay, this is what they should have done. They should have shown, like, all the messed up parts, but not shown that she was the one doing it.
Right. I feel like they still could have shown the setup of, like, them kidnapping this girl that's dressed as a ballerina, and then just odd things going on when they're, you know, holding her hostage and stuff like that. Let it all be a mystery for us. Like,
exactly. I mean, you see that they're in this, like, weird mansion type situation, so we could have just thought maybe it was haunted, or there was a different monster, and then this was just the chain of events that got them to the house. But no, they're like, no, it's Abigail.
Yeah.
She's the problem. It's her.
Right. That's the real pity about this thing, too. You couldn't even really go in blind because if you knew anything about it, you already knew she was a vampire. So
Womp womp. So fail on the marketing team. It was an enjoyable movie, I thought. Well,
I enjoyed the cast.
Yeah, they did a good job, and it was funny. But there's so many, I don't want to say plot holes, but situations where they could have just escaped. And I'm sure we'll talk about it in the plot. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, get out. What is happening? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know the scene because we talked about it as it was happening, screaming at the TV.
Yeah. Sometimes we were talking too much on the TV. We were like, oh, no.
Get out. What are you doing? But overall, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was fun. It just predictable.
Yeah. The girl who played Abigail, though.
Oh, she was great.
She killed it.
Yeah.
She was so good. I don't think it was that memorable.
Yeah. Well, we talked about, too, when we watched it, that this was from the studio that made Ready or Not.
Yeah, some people.
And I could see the similarities, and then especially, like, the ending, it's very much the same as Ready or Not.
It has the same kind of vibe, I would say.
Yeah.
And then the same kind of comedy thrown in there.
Which I like, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing. It was a good time. I don't have too many complaints with it, but it's also like, it happened.
Yes.
So
yeah, I don't know if I need to see it again, really, just because I know it. We all know it now.
We all knew it before we even watched it.
Right.
I think that's just where we're at with it.
Yeah.
But again, it's not the movie's fault.
I will say, just to see it for the supporting cast. Like, the main girl and Abigail, like, they're giving good performances, I guess, but, like, the comedy aspect, it's pretty good. And just to watch it for the supporting cast. Acting up and being weird.
The gore was pretty good, though, too.
Oh, yeah, that too.
It's pretty bloody. Like, towards the end, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is blood everywhere.
It's very gauche.
It's very what? Gross?
Pretty gauche.
It's nasty. It's sick nasty. Are you ready to hear some movie background?
Yeah.
Abigail is a 2024 American horror film directed by the film collective Radio Silence with a screenplay written by Stephen Shields and Guy Busick. The story revolves around a group of kidnappers who unknowingly capture the daughter of a powerful underworld figure, only to discover that she's actually a vampire. Shocker.
They were the only ones that hadn't discovered she was a vampire.
I know. Everyone else in the world kind of knew before it happened, except for them. So sorry. The film features Alicia Weir in the lead role as Abigail, along with Melissa Barrera, Dan Stevens, Catherine Newton, Will Catlett, Kevin Durand, Angus Cloud, and Giancarlo Esposito. Rip Angus. I forgot that he had passed away.
Yeah, that's sad.
I only really knew him from Euphoria, and I've only ever seen 2 episodes of that show.
Okay. I hadn't really seen him before, but it's always sad when a young actor dies.
I know. I know nothing about him, but rest in peace. The project was announced to be in development in April 2023. Abigail had its world premiere at the Overlook Film Festival on April 7th, 2024, and was theatrically released in the United States by Universal Pictures on April 19th, 2024. The film garnered generally positive reviews from critics and has grossed $37 million worldwide. The project was originally titled Dracula's Daughter, the same name as the 1936 film upon which it is based, with Universal restating that while they had considered a singular continuity with The Mummy, the 2017 Mummy, with Tom Cruise. Actually, I don't know if you knew this. They were going to do a whole cinematic universe. It was going to be called the Dark Universe, I believe.
For The Mummy?
Yeah, so all those old Universal monsters, like the Mummy, the Invisible Man, Creature of Black Lagoon, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Dracula, they were all going to be part of the same universe, kind of like Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Because back in the day, these old movies, they all were interconnected too. And they were featured in each other's movies all the time. So they were trying to do that again.
Damn.
But The Mummy 2017, I guess, didn't do so great. I haven't seen it, which we stated in our Mummy episode. I haven't seen it. But I think they scrapped that idea. So this was going to be part of that, I guess.
But now they're just no, just stand alone.
Yeah. So they said each release will continue to be rooted in the horror genre with no restriction on budget, rating, or genre. So basically, here's the content, make it your own kind of a thing. So this was going to be based on Dracula's Daughter.
Okay.
They are not part of the shared interconnected universe anymore, which allows each film to stand on its own. This new direction is filmmaker-driven, inviting innovative filmmakers with original, bold ideas for these characters to develop the stories and pitch them. The film was officially retitled Abigail in January of 2024. The critical consensus states, carrying off well-worn vampire tropes with a balletic flourish, Abigail dances around the familiarity of its premise with a game cast and slick style, and has 83%. And there was actually an audience blurb. It said, Abigail is a little silly, a little scary, and a lot of fun. Just be prepared for a story that takes its time getting going and might go on a little too long. An audience score was 85%. So almost the same.
Yeah. I'd agree with what the audience said, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so, I mean, critical consensus and audience was 2% apart. So they were pretty on the same page. Yeah.
Are you ready for the plot?
I am.
In New York City, young ballet dancer Abigail is abducted by 6 criminals and brought to the secluded Wilhelm Manor. Before leaving, their leader Lambert instructs them to guard Abigail for 24 hours, at which point they will receive an equal share of $50 million ransom paid by her father.
I mean, okay, I'm not condoning kidnapping a little girl, but $50 million?
The money would be good.
To kidnap a little girl? I'm like, how hard?
And it wasn't like we're going to torture her and do anything. They basically were just going to set her up in a room and be like, now we'll wait it out.
Yeah, I mean, they were gentle about it, which we'll see. So, I mean, okay, if I was going to be kidnapped, I think I would want to be kidnapped by these people. Because they're not going to kill me.
Right.
I'm just ransom.
Yeah, I'm just sitting around.
Like, this is fun, guys. Have you ever seen that meme where it's a dog looking like this, and it says, a couple minutes after I'm kidnapped, and it says, so what made you all choose me?
No, I haven't, but that's a good one.
I'll have to show
Why
you.
am I special?
Yeah. Why'd you kidnap me? That'd be me in the back seat.
A Pepsi?
A diet. Diet. Gotta have the diet.
So, using fake names to avoid any member from identifying the others, the group consists of former Army medic and recovering drug addict Joey, former NYPD detective Frank, thrill-seeking hacker Sammy, former Marine sniper Rickles, dim-witted mob enforcer Peter, and sociopathic driver Dean.
Which one was Dean?
Dean was the man that passed away.
Okay. He's sociopathic?
So I don't know if it was just a choice that he made or something like that, but remember when he's in the car talking to Sammy before they kidnapped Abigail, they're having kind of a flirty kind of conversation on and off, but then he gets in the house and it seems like he kind of took a different acting direction, where he was speaking differently.
Yeah, I'm like,
and I didn't know if that was just him putting something on, or
I don't know,
or trying to change himself for the group, like it was an acting thing.
I want to say he was similar in Euphoria.
Okay,
His demeanor. So I don't want to, like, talk ill of his speaking voice.
No, well, that's why I'm saying I think either maybe they just didn't realize that he had made a choice to do something else.
Yeah.
Or it was such a small scene, like, they thought people would forget.
Yeah.
In the very beginning. We did not.
I just forgot now. But at the time, I did not forget.
Well, his speech was, like, very garbled after this first initial scene. And then I was like, oh, I guess that's why they're saying he's a sociopath.
That makes sense. You can't understand him, so he must be crazy.
Crazy.
So crazy.
Though reluctant to continue with the plan as she was unaware the target was a child, Joey is tasked with managing Abigail. Joey is sympathetic to her, sharing that she has a son and promising to protect Abigail from harm. Abigail admits her father does not care about her and will not pay the ransom before apologizing for what is going to happen to Joey.
I'd be like, wait, hold on a second.
You can't threaten me while I'm the one kidnapping you.
I know, just push her down. Screw you, Abigail.
Right.
You don't own me.
Perturbed by Abigail's words, Frank violently confronts her, learning that her father is Christophe Lazare, a powerful, almost mythical crime lord.
That's a badass name, though.
Yeah.
Christophe Lazare.
Right?
Like, I wouldn't even know this man. I'd be like, he's haunted. He's evil. Like, some names just sound like you're a bad guy.
Yeah.
Do they name this baby, like, Christophe Lazare, you will be evil when you grow up? You know what I'm saying?
And then they, like, wrap it in a black blanket, and they're like, yep, Satan has chosen you.
It's the omen.
It's the omen.
Yeah, no, Lazare.
Yeah.
That's such a cool-ass name.
Yeah.
I'm going to change my name to Lazare.
For sure. I support it.
Okay, thank you.
Alexander Lazare.
That's me.
But yeah, it does strike fear into the group. Like, as soon as they say, like, she's Christophe Lazare's daughter, they're all like, what the fuck? We gotta go.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? This money's not worth it. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine, though? This guy is scaring these people out of $50 million.
Right.
Like, I'd be like, it's okay.
Yeah, because you would think that there would be a little bit more like, well, this is $50 million. But they're like, fuck no. We're not messing with that.
Right. So my options are, I get a split of $50 million, or I die. Honestly, win-win. There's really no downside.
Yeah, I guess if you have a bleak outlook on life.
I mean, either I die and it's over, or I get money. Like, I don't know.
I guess so. It's
fair. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it should be positive to think that way.
You don't agree?
No, I'd probably think the same way, honestly.
Okay.
But
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, but fine. For the masses.
Well, yeah. Well, for the normal individual listening to this podcast, maybe don't think that way. But that's just where I'm at. Yeah. Meet me where I'm at.
Right. After unsuccessfully flirting with Sammy, Dean enters the basement where he's attacked by an unseen assailant. Investigating his screams, Sammy finds Dean's decapitated corpse. It's icky.
It's gross. He has no head.
Everyone's very fleshy in this. Like, sorry, I know you hate the word. I forgot about that as soon as I said it.
You said the word.
Sorry, but I don't know. Just the gore is like extra gory. I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like people have skin.
Yeah.
Weird, right?
I don't know. Like, nothing's like clean cut. It's very like gritty and gross whenever anything happens to anyone.
She's not very clean about it.
Right. The group realized that Lazare's legendarily violent enforcer Valdez must be inside the house and try to leave, but the home security system seals the property, preventing escape.
You know what? When I was watching this movie, I was I missed the part about Valdez. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought they thought he was in, not Valdez. And then at some point they said Valdez. I'm like, wait, who?
Who Valdez?
Who dat? So I don't know if I just missed that, but...
I think I kept confusing Valdez with, like, Christophe, like the father. Yeah. I was like, every time they mention a name that has a Z in it, I'm like, that must be the dad.
Yeah, obviously.
This is Zachariah, also the dad. 3 names, same person.
I mean, it's fine. Zach, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. While looking for a way out, Rickles is mutilated and killed. The group confronts Abigail for information, but she transforms into a vampire, revealing she is Valdez. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. She's handcuffed, and then she just, like, slips out her hand. This whole time she's playing along.
Yeah, this has just been a fun time for her.
She said, I'm sorry what's going to happen to you. And I don't know why she takes as long as she does to actually attack. Like, she could have been doing this for a little bit now.
I think she really does like playing the whole I'm a sad baby girl kind of conversation.
I'm a little baby with no money.
I'm a baby with no money. Why would you do this to me? Like the opposite of like, so why did you pick me? No, she was like, I'm scared. My daddy won't come get me.
Although, she's not wrong. Her
No.
daddy won't get her.
Right. That is somewhat true.
So, okay, so she just likes playing with her food. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair.
I think she actually does say the line, I like playing with my food.
Oh, yeah, I think she does.
Just later on.
Oh, I thought she was just being facetious. But no, I guess she probably does. I mean, what else are you going to do?
Right.
Might as well have some fun with it.
Honestly, like, what? This is like a group of 8 people or something, right? Six or 7? I don't know. Several people. So, obviously, she was like, yeah, I'm so big and bad. I'm going to kill all of them, so might as well just, I don't know.
Take my time.
Play it out. Like,
right. I mean, just scare them a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I get it. I mean, when you're that old, you might as well.
Right. Like, what else are you going to do? You got to rush off to do something?
No. Mm-mm.
Frank shoots Abigail, but her injuries instantly heal, and the group flees in terror. They return and ineffectively attack Abigail with tropes of vampiric lore, such as garlic and crucifixes, and her strength and speed allow her to easily overwhelm and prevent the group from stabbing her through the heart with a wooden stake.
I love Sammy, the hacker girl,
Yes.
brings back onions. It's like, that's fucking onions. She's like, that's all they had.
Sammy is honestly my favorite.
I know,
Her
me
and
too.
Peter. Every time they're together talking or something like that, I'm like, this is gold.
Was Peter the big,
The
stupid
buff
guy?
bodyguard kind of guy.
Okay, I didn't like him very much.
I thought everything that they said was funny.
Sammy was my favorite, but I like Catherine Newton, so
Yes, she was great.
she was great,
That's
honestly.
all I have.
These are onions! Oh my god.
Joey successfully incapacitates Abigail with a tranquilizer, and the team imprison her, though not before she bites Sammy. Upon awakening, the centuries-old Abigail reveals that she knows the group's true identities and arranged for them to abduct her through Lambert so she can kill them for entertainment, as each has wronged her father.
Did we mention who Lambert is?
Yeah, in the very beginning, Lambert kind of was like, don't keep her here for 24 hours and then you'll get like the $50 million.
Oh yeah, I know who he is, but did we mention so far? I can't remember if you mentioned who
he
is.
doesn't have a real title. He's kind of like the overseer of the house, this operation, I guess. At least that's what it seems.
Mm-hmm. I just can't remember if you mentioned him at the beginning of the plot. I was like, did we talk about Lambert or no?
Yeah, I think at the very beginning, they call him their leader.
Got it. See, like, again, he's another guy. I didn't, like, necessarily forget about him, but I was just kind of like, oh yeah, Lambert, he was a thing.
Yeah, I agree.
You think I just didn't watch this movie. And also, when she was going through everyone's backstory and what they did to her father, I was like, eh? I lost track. I'm like, wait, what did you do?
I have the same complaint about another movie that they do this with.
Okay.
I think they have like such grandiose plots that sometimes it's hard to connect with their characters. Or, you know, they don't take the time to get to know anything really besides base level.
Mm-hmm. It was cool how they did it. It was like this big exposition dump in a way. And it's like, you did XYZ, you did XYZ. By the time I got to the third person, I was like, wait, what did the first person do?
Yeah,
like,
can I have a chart?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, all you need to know is they did something to fuck with her father.
Yeah. And in the very beginning, I think it's Joey specifically that's the army medic and addict. She plays this little game with them and like a get to know you icebreaker where she takes money and she guesses based off of how they appear, what they do for a living and like what their deal is kind of thing. So we sort of know stuff about them too. And it's an exposition dump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just like, I don't know. I lost track of what any of these people did, but it wasn't good. It was enough for them to be
one of them betrayed her father. The detective, he was working with the police and he went undercover with her father and betrayed him, obviously, to go back to the police. And the father killed a bunch of his partners. A few other things or something like that.
And, you know, so just other things sprinkled in
Joey
there.
specifically. I'll tell Joey's backstory as well because I remember that one and the Frank guy because they are kind of the last two standing anyway. So Frank was the one that betrayed the dad. And then Joey, after she got out of the army and she was addicted, she would do like back alley surgeries. And I guess she performed surgery on one of her dad's men and got him killed as well.
Oops.
Yeah. Sucks to suck.
I know. Oh, well. I don't know. Okay.
So Joey deduces that Abigail has killed dozens of her father's enemies in a failed effort to earn her father's love. Abigail effortlessly escapes her confines and attacks Frank, but Joey rips wooden planks off of a window to expose Abigail to sunlight, which severely wounds her.
It's bad. Like her hand goes, poof.
Yeah. But then it kind of like regenerates. Like we talked about it like in Deadpool, like baby hand.
Yeah, baby hand. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. It'll come back. With only hours before sunset, the group splits up to find an escape route, but Sammy is transformed into a vampire thrall under Abigail's control and kills Peter. And I was like, aw, she doesn't even get to be her own vampire. Like, she's like, Abigail's talking through her.
She plays like music and then dances, and then Sammy dances. And this is the part we were talking about. So earlier in the movie, all the windows and doors are barred and stuff, but they're in a hallway that has wooden planks over it, and you see sunlight coming through.
Yeah.
I'm like, just break up. What are you doing?
Right.
And they're like, we can't get out. But very clearly, on the other side of these wooden planks that are nailed to the wall,
it's sunlight.
It's sunlight. Like, you could just
like, it might have been like a story jump, but still, like, if you're trying to escape a vampire, it might be worth it.
Right. I was like, okay. Or at the very least, just pry off the wood, and she can't get you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're in the sun.
Yeah, that's true.
So at least you have some time.
Buy some time, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. No.
I was like, are we looking at this wrong? Because also Sammy's like smoking.
Yeah.
Remember?
The whole time she's dancing.
Sun, right?
Yeah, but this is again like Abigail playing with her food. Like she's just like taunting that she's going to kill her off because she doesn't really need her.
Yeah.
Because Abigail's strong enough on her own. This is just for funsies.
Yeah. Poor Sammy.
Yeah. Abigail has Sammy attack Frank and Joey, forcing Joey to destroy Sammy with reflected sunlight. Lambert lures Frank and Joey to the hidden security room, where he reveals Abigail turned him into a vampire years earlier for helping Frank avoid Lazar's wrath.
Is that a benefit? Is that a plus? Like,
I don't know. He makes it seem like a punishment.
Did he?
Wait, turned him into a vampire years earlier for
helping
like, Frank avoid Lazar's wrath. But Lazar's the dad, so like, why would you want Frank to avoid it when Frank was the one that betrayed you? So, yeah, I guess that sounds like a punishment, but he gave him his own free will is the problem. So, because apparently when you turn someone in this world, if you don't let them drink your blood, they don't ever develop a personality for themselves after that. They're just your extension.
I'm fairly certain that's the thing. I've heard that before. Like, you get bit and you have to drink their blood too. Yeah,
this was an interview with a vampire.
Yeah. That sounds right. So, okay.
Yeah,
so now he's a vampire.
Yeah. So Frank allows Lambert to turn him into a vampire so they can work together to kill Abigail and Lazar, but following his transformation, Frank kills Lambert for leading him into Abigail's trap. Abigail attacks Frank, but he overpowers her and drains her blood, leaving her weakened. And I was kind of expecting him to die from that, because if we're going by interview with a vampire terminology, if you drink dead man's blood, you can get really sick. Like, as a vampire, it'll destroy you.
Yeah.
Or pretty close to.
Right. I don't know. This whole part was weird to me because, like, Lambert turns Frank. Why does he trust Frank all of a sudden to be his own vampire?
Yeah. I don't know.
You know? I don't understand. But anyways, yeah. So now Frank's like the big bad all of a sudden.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the twist, I guess. Not really, though.
It's not really a twist. It's just more how the story develops.
Yeah. Well, the main twist is that Abigail lured them there, but then Frank is the secondary evil, I guess, in a way, but overpowering Abigail because she's weak at the time.
Okay. So now we're fighting Frank. So we have Joey that's basically teaming up with Abigail at this point.
Yeah, just about. Well, we're getting there.
Oh, my bad. I jumped the gun.
Coroner Joey leaves a phone message for her son apologizing for having been absent from his life for many years. Oh, and that's the thing that they talk about vaguely when Abigail addresses them for why they're all here. Like, she was mad that she told her she had a son when she hasn't been to see him in years, even though she's gotten clean.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of sucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
sounds like you kind of do deserve it.
Yeah, go see your son, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, you're fine. But no, you're too busy kidnapping children. Joey, get it together.
And the message just wasn't it. Like, we talked about the voicemail. It was very like, I love you. And it sounded like she was getting high in a way. Like, if you take it out of context, not saying that your feelings aren't justified and everything, but your son hasn't heard from you in years and you send him this goodbye, I love you forever kind of text.
It sounds like you're ODing
or a message.
or
Yeah,
something.
it sounds like you're about to overdose.
Like, oh.
Thanks.
I mean, I get
I won't
it.
need years of therapy for this.
Right, I know. I mean, you're on the verge of being killed by a vampire, so
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It just felt
No,
weird to call him in that sense.
out of context, like if I hadn't heard from my mother for years and she was a drug addict, and all of a sudden I heard that, I'd be like, oh, God. So, no. Definitely. It's just bad timing.
Yes. Reveling in his power, Frank bites Joey, intending to turn her into his thrall and force her to kill Abigail and eventually her own son. I'm like, wow, Frank, you just jumping way over past Abigail and Lazar. Now, like, let's make Joey my minion and have her kill her son just because
I can.
for kicks.
I know. I'm like, damn, he's really evil because leave the kid out of this.
Right. However, Joey's enthrallment fails due to Frank's inexperience with his new abilities, and she and Abigail team up to kill him. Abigail encourages Joey to leave and be present in her son's life, but Lazar arrives and threatens Joey. Abigail defends Joey for being present when she needed her while Lazar was not. Although Lazar angrily rebukes her, he relents but for Abigail's sake and allows the bloodied and battered Joey to leave. Cool. And I guess she's not going to turn?
No.
I forget what they did to, like, ensure that she wasn't going to.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Give me a second. What did they do?
So, like, Frank didn't give her his blood, so she...
Oh,
because he died.
Yeah.
He was her sire. So, since he died, she wasn't infected anymore.
Yeah, so he died, so she's fine. Okay, that's right.
Gotcha. We got there.
We got there. It happened. The ending was kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Just like Frank all of a sudden was an issue.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of wanted them to just go full throttle into the whole Abigail being the bad guy. Like, I don't need Abigail to forgive her at the end or whatever and be like, I changed my mind. I don't want to be a vampire right now.
no, kill her. Sorry, Joey, but, like, what are we doing here?
Right. I was going to be totally cool with it just being Abigail kills everyone and just moves on to the next group of people.
That's what I thought, but I would have liked it better. Or, okay, let's just say this. They kill Frank, and then Joey thinks, like, Abigail's good now, and she's like, psych, and then she tries to kill Joey. Because, like, she needed Joey to kill Frank, but now she's like, I'm still bad, I'm still going to kill you. And then Joey escapes. I think that would have been better.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of expected her to be like, yeah, obviously, I've been doing this the whole time, and now that you've helped me kill Frank, I don't need you anymore.
I know. Joey said nothing in this movie that made me, like, why was she so sympathetic to her at the end of the day? I guess maybe because
she talked to her like a kid, and I think she appreciated that.
Well, she was also like, I won't let anything happen to you, and I don't know if that's never happened before. I don't know. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, I guess she just felt protected by her, but it wasn't that great of protection. Like, Frank still came in and fully punched her in the face. So it wasn't like she was completely protected.
Exactly.
Not that she needs protection, but
No.
Of final girls that we've covered recently, I feel like Joey's probably one of the worst ones. I don't know. I feel like I just didn't have a lot of sympathy for her.
You suck. You suck as a mother.
Not saying that that's how I feel about all people that were once addicted to drugs. It just wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah,
and I thought Sammy was a better one.
Sammy should have been
final girl.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Do you want to talk about our rating?
Yeah, sure.
So, Stephanie, what did you rate Abigail on the scary scale?
I rated it a middle-of-the-road 5.
5? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, my guess before the movie, I put it as a 6. So, that's in the a little scary, but I'll deal. But I would actually drop it down to a 5.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't scary. It was just bloody.
Yeah.
That would be the only...
Like, if you can handle, like, some guts, then, like, you good. You chilling. Like...
Exactly. And honestly... I wasn't scared. Abigail looked a little creepy. They did a really good job with the teeth type situation there. So it's definitely not going to be in any of the family fun time categories. Again, mostly because of the gore.
Right.
So, Abigail.
But I feel like if you, like, cleaned up the gore or something like that, you could watch this with kids. Like, nothing really bad happens.
I know. So it's almost
aside from all the dead bodies. But, like, if it wasn't so bloody, then maybe. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to keep it at the 5. I don't feel comfortable putting it at a 4 just because of the blood.
Yeah.
So I would say, I would agree with the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Middle of the road 5. Yeah. Not scary. It's more funny than anything, honestly.
Yeah, right. The only time I think I was actually not even scare, really, just, I guess, nervous, is when Sammy and Peter were about to die. And I was like, oh, well, she's definitely going to get them. And I knew that was going to happen, though. So I guess that was the only part I was nervous about just because I like those characters.
Yeah.
But still 5.
Still 5.
A little scary, but ideal.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I guess would be, we should edit for this case, a little silly, but I'll deal.
Yeah, a little silly, but we'll deal. Are you ready to dive into not our topic, but our little game that I put together for you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, Stephanie has no idea what's about to happen, but she will very shortly.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous? Don't be nervous. So, Stephanie, if you recall, season 2, we did
vampires.
So, I have 13 quiz questions for you.
Oh, no.
One for each movie we covered in season 2, in order in which we covered it too. So, some of them are probably going to be easy. So, the way this is going to work is I'm going to give you the question. If you can answer it without the multiple choice, you'll get 2 points.
Okay.
If you need me to read the options, you'll get 1 point. If you get it right.
Okay. If I need you to read the options? So, I have to just guess correctly without the multiple choice first.
You get more points that way.
Okay.
So, if you know the answer without the multiple choice,
okay.
you get 2 points. But if you need me to read the options, you get 1 point if you get it right.
Okay.
And we'll see how good. You could get a maximum of 26 points.
Ooh, okay. Can I just say, I feel like this is a really roundabout way of you never having to do any extra vampire lore. Because we talked about it, and I was like, I did all of the vampire lore for season 2.
No,
and I was like, could you do some vampire lore? And you're like, I'm going to ask questions.
No. This is why I did this. This is our first vampire movie we covered since we did a whole ass season. If we cover
that's true.
any more vampires, I will do an actual topic. But I thought this would be fun to revisit season 2.
Okay.
Because it's the first vampire movie we did since.
All right.
And it's been 3 seasons and several movies since.
That is true.
It's a fun little reminder. And if you've never seen these movies, you'll get to learn a little bit about them.
Okay. Fair enough.
You said I could.
You reasoned it.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
It's
so,
fine.
First question. What is the name of the town in Dark Shadows? Let me know if you need multiple choice.
I do need multiple choice.
Okay. You have 4 options.
Okay.
A, Darkport. B, Collinsport. C, Liverpool.
Collinsport.
You didn't even need me to finish. Yep.
So do I get like a point and a half?
No. 1 point. You get 1 point.
Okay.
Okay, Collinsport, yes. All right. Second question. What are the vampires called in I Am Legend?
I thought this was vampire lore questions, not just movie questions.
No, it's about the movies that we watched.
Yeah. Multiple choice.
Okay. Let me read them all. So you don't jump the gun.
Okay.
Because this one might be hard. A, Night Runners. B, Night Stalkers. C, Dark Crawlers. Or D, Dark Seekers.
Night Stalkers?
Nope. Bonk, bonk.
What were they?
Dark Seekers.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like wizards.
Wizards?
Yeah.
Dark Seekers?
Yeah, like the people that would be with Voldemort.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Yeah, I was like, I'll do 2 that say night and 2 that say dark.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dark Seeker.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Next question. What is the vampire's name in Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire?
Dimitri.
Yay! Yeah, 2 points for Stephanie.
I always know Disney.
Leave it to Steph to know the Disney. Okay. What is Walter's last name in The Invitation?
Oh, that was a terrible, terrible movie.
Sorry. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Okay, to avoid saying something stupid, I guess I'll just do multiple choice.
Okay. A, DeVille. B, DeWitt. C, DeWare. Or D, DeAngelo.
Thinking it's either DeVille or DeWitt. DeWitt?
No, it's DeVille.
Really? Okay, because I was like, oh, that's too close to Corella.
I know. I was going to say think Disney.
Ah, damn it. I knew.
That was close, though.
I second guessed it.
All right. In Daybreakers, Edward Dalton is the head hematologist for what company? If you were able to get this off the top of your head, that'd be crazy.
Blood something, right? Do I still get multiple choice if I guess wrong?
Yeah, I'll give you multiple choice if you guess wrong.
Was it called like Blood Bank?
No.
Okay, what was the multiple choice?
Okay. A, Bram Markley. B, Bromley Marks. C, Stoker Pharmaceutical. Or D, Caruso Institute.
The first Bram.
Bram Markley?
Stoker?
Nope.
Damn. Okay. Fuck me then. I don't know.
It was a Bromley Marks.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. The other ones sound legit, though, don't they?
Yeah.
I was like,
no.
Bram Markley.
You're writing the sequels.
Bromley Marks. Yeah, I would have never, ever guessed that. All right, next one. Who was the name of the man who interviewed Louis in Interview with a Vampire? Another one I would not have guessed, ever. I don't remember.
Isn't it like Ben or David? David?
Do you want multiple choice?
Is it David?
No.
Is it Ben?
No. You want multiple choice?
Yeah.
All right. A, Daniel Malloy. B, Christian Cruz. C, Neil Jordan. Or D, David Geffen.
Daniel.
Yes, Daniel Malloy. You said David. I'm like, had I done the multiple choice, you probably would have said David.
Yes.
All right, you got a point for that one. What was Vladislav's full title in What We Do in the Shadows?
Vladislav the Impaler? No. Okay, what's the multiple choice?
A, Vladislav the Smacker. B, Vladislav the Tickler. C, Vladislav the Stabber. Or D, Vladislav the Poker.
Oh, the poker.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. I can't even picture him, is the thing.
I know, me neither. I was just like looking up movie facts and stuff and like characters. I'm like, I don't even know which one that was.
Yeah.
Which one was that? I don't remember.
You do know.
But yeah, it was poker. Do you actually remember that one? Or
No, I just...
You just guessed?
Well, like, no, not off the top of my head, but like the name sounded right. Like I know Smacker, wasn't it? Or Tickler.
Hey, you don't know. It's What We Do in the Shadows. All right, you ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What was the name of the vampire in Fright Night?
Oh, Jeremy. Jeffrey?
Nope.
Jerry.
Jerry, I'll give it to you. You were so close. I'll give it to you. Okay. That's two. You were basically, yeah. I had Gary, Barry, Jerry, or Terry.
Thanks.
I'll give you the two. That was so close. All right. Why was Thomas in the hospital in Let Me In? What happened to him that made him go to the hospital? Remember.
Oh, okay.
Remember.
Okay. Yes.
Remember.
Thank you. I remember.
Okay.
Okay. So he was out going to get her food, which was people, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So he crawls into the back seat of some teenage boys and they find him and they beat the shit out of him. So he's in the hospital then. And then the girl comes in and bites him before he throws himself out the window.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, that's how it happens.
Pretty sure it does.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay, so here's your multiple choice. A, he burns in a car accident. B, he is attacked by Abby. C, he has sulfuric acid poured on him. Or D, he falls from the roof of a building.
It's the sulfuric acid. He like dumps it on himself to make himself unrecognizable.
Yep.
Damn it. I thought they just beat the shit out of him.
No, he did it to himself.
Yeah. Oh, they were running after him. That was it.
Yep.
Fuck.
It's okay. I don't think I would have gotten any of these either. So, okay, here we go. Twilight question.
Okay.
Let's see if I could stump you on it. I had to think of like a really hard one to stump you.
Okay.
All right. In what class does Edward find Bella's scent irresistible?
It's biology.
It is. Yep. I put biology, chemistry, geography, and anatomy. I knew there's no question I could have done that you wouldn't have gotten, I don't think.
No, I regularly watch TikToks on Twilight.
What's the actor's name who was that kid in the background for 0.2 seconds?
Yeah, that might have stumped me.
No, I think you would have gotten it. I think you still would have gotten it. Okay. What is the name of the Alaskan town in 30 Days of Night?
Oh, I definitely need multiple choice.
Okay. A, Barracks. B, Barrow. C, Braxton. Or D, Barden.
Barrow.
Mm-hmm.
Never going to get 26.
No. You're never going to get what?
I'm never going to get to 26.
Oh, no.
Not even close.
No, I mean, you might get close. All right. What does the girl ride on in the movie A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night?
A skateboard.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay.
Look at you.
Yeah.
These are the last ones. Okay, this is the last one, actually.
Ooh.
What is the name of the vampire Lucy dates in The Lost Boys?
No.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking Spike, but that's Buffy. And
Spike.
but blonde hair dude. Billy?
Mm-mm.
What's multiple choice?
Okay. A, Max, B, Steve, C, John, or D, David?
David. Mm-mm. His name's David.
It's Max. It's Max the whale.
Well, because of the brother?
No, this is the guy the mom dates. The old vampire guy.
Oh, I thought we meant main girl. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay. I don't even think it was David anyways. So let's add up your score here. 13. You got exactly half of maximum points.
I failed. That's an F. I'm pretty sure that's an F.
No. If we do average,
yeah,
you got 1 per question on average.
Okay, but still. That's like an F, though.
I try to make it not so easy. I mean, it's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
If you think about it.
I was figuring we'd have more vampire lore questions.
Oh, no. These are specific to the movies.
Oh, no.
Next time we do vampires, I'll do lore questions.
Yeah, maybe I'll be better that way.
Yeah, no, these are specific to the movies. But if you think about it, our first vampire movie was only our 14th movie we covered. And we're well into our 50s, if not. Have we hit 60 yet? We probably hit 60.
Nah, this past week was 75.
But we got to subtract a couple episodes because some of them aren't movies.
Like we got like a handful. We got like a handful of recaps and interviews. So maybe like 60.
Yeah. So it's been a long time.
Okay.
It's been like 50 movies at least.
Yeah.
So, no, that was a good job.
Thank you.
I wouldn't got any of them.
I'll keep this in mind though. So
I'm gonna do a quiz to me.
Watch out.
I want to play a game. Make a quiz for me.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the show and listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, giving us a 5-star rating is super helpful, and we will always appreciate it.
Spotify users can now comment on our episodes, so we'd love to hear from you on how we're doing, and you can find us on social media using 13 Degrees of Screams.
This has been 13 Degrees of Screams, and we will see you next week.
I've made some real big mistakes, but you make the worst ones look fine. I should have known it was strange. You only come out at night. I used to think I was smart, but you've made me look so naive. The way you sold me for parts as you sunk your teeth into me. Oh, bloodsucker, fame fucker, bleeding me dry like a goddamn vampire.
You came so prepared.
Yes.
She has all the lyrics actually right now. Normally it's like, what the fuck should I do? And you're like, let's go. Is that Olivia Rodrigo?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Which is probably the worst one I could have done. But
you're fine.